Utah Championship moves to Ogden Golf Country Club. What to expect? Big news rarely feels this personal. The Utah Championship is abandoning its longtime digs and rolling its caravan north to Ogden Golf Country Club. And the move could change everything for competitors and fans alike. But here's where it gets controversial. Some insiders worry the historic tree-lined track may be too short for modern power hitters, while others insist its narrow fairways and slick greens will expose any weakness. If you grew up in Davis County, you might assume former Arizona State star Preston Summerhays could navigate Ogden in his sleep. Not so fast. Despite twice winning the Utah State Amateur, Summerhays admitted during Tuesday's practice round that he has only set foot on the course a handful of times, the last visit coming 2 or 3 years ago. Most of his junior golf memories center on Davis Park, Valley View, and Oak Ridge Country Club, the tournament's former venue and a place his family still calls home. Even so, local crowds will have a soft spot for him when play starts Thursday. Summerhays won't be the only hometown favorite. Close friend and Ogden native Connor Howe, Weber High alumnus, Georgia Tech standout, and now a second-year pro, returns to the layout where he first learned the game. Howe's family has held memberships at Ogden for 2 decades, giving him what might be the deepest reservoir of local knowledge in the field. His chief warning to first-timers: avoid putting from above the hole on several fast, undulating greens. Translation: play safe or pay dearly. Several other Utah Tide players headline the $1 million Korn Ferry tour stop. Peter Quest, BYU grad and 2020 Utah Open champion, enters his 49th tour start with one top 5 finish already banked. Daniel Summerhays, a former tour winner who famously unretired for last season's Utah Championship, returns yet again. Kihei Akina, an incoming BYU freshman and 3-time 6A high school medalist, is making only his second Utah Championship appearance, and only discovered Ogden Golf Country Club last week. Course quick facts: 7,045 yards, par 71, approximately 4,300 feet of elevation. Translation for the Bombers: expect an extra 10 to 15 yards of carry if you groove the center of the face. No need to muscle the driver. How fresh off a 7-under 281. Local golf pros shine at Utah Championship in Ogden. It's always exciting when local talent shines on the big stage, and that's exactly what's happening at the Utah Championship in Ogden. The first round of the Korn Ferry Tour event has already delivered some surprises, with 2 Utah-connected pros leading the charge and turning heads. Jay, a seasoned sports journalist with over 3 decades of experience covering Utah athletics, has been following the action closely for the Deseret News since 2019. His latest report dives into how familiar faces are making their presence known at Ogden Golf Country Club, a course that's hosting this prestigious tournament for the very first time. Take Ponich, for example. The former BYU golfer isn't just playing well because he's from the area, although that certainly helps. Ponich has a deep connection to this course. Just last month, he won the Provo Open in his professional debut, and earlier this summer, he claimed victory at the 2024 Utah State Amateur right here at Ogden GCC. So when he carded a 4-under 66 in Thursday's opening round, it felt less like luck and more like a homecoming. And this is the part most people miss. Ponich's round wasn't just solid, it was strategic. He made 5 birdies, including one on the challenging par 3 9th hole, where he managed to go 2 under for the hole. His only hiccup came at number 17, playing as number 8 for members, where he dropped a bogey. Still, he sits comfortably in a tie for 10th place and looks like a strong contender to make the weekend cut. But here's where it gets controversial. Ponich didn't even receive his tournament exemption directly. That spot originally went to fellow BYU alum Peter Quest, who ended up qualifying on his own merit through the Korn Ferry points list. Quest still played well, carding an even par 70, despite a rough start with back-to-back bogeys. He's currently tied for 69th and ranked 150th on the points list, a reminder that in professional golf, rankings don't always tell the full story. Another standout performance came from Connor Howe, a former Georgia Tech golfer who grew up just 15 minutes away in North Ogden. Howe lit up the course with a 5 under 65, the best round among all 8 Utah-connected players on Thursday. That puts him in a tie for 6th place heading into Friday's second round. It's his third start of the 2025 season, and his round was his lowest since a final round 64 at last year's Utah Championship at Oak Ridge Country Club. Leading the entire field, however, is Etienne Papineau, a former West Virginia golfer from Canada who shot a stunning 9 under 61. That's a career low for him, and it included 2 eagles and just 1 5 on his scorecard. His performance has raised eyebrows and sparked debate. Is this a sign of a breakout star, or just a hot day on a course that's new to many players? Other local names also made their mark. Former Weber State golfer Hayden Bands, hailing from Salt Lake City, carded a 68 as a Monday qualifier and sits tied for 31st. He made 3 straight birdies on holes 13 through 15 to climb back into contention. Then there's Kihei Akina, a recent Lone Peak High graduate who will join BYU's golf program this fall. Akina is no stranger to the Utah Championship. He made the cut last year at Oak Ridge. This time around, he shot a 71 with 3 birdies and 4 bogeys and is currently tied for 104th. He'll need a strong second round to advance. Also tied for 104th is Mitchell Shao, a former University of Utah golfer who earned his spot as a Monday qualifier. And rounding out the list of local competitors is Daniel Summerhays, a former BYU standout who shot a 69 and is tied for 49th. Notably, he's grouped with his nephew, Preston Summerhays, a former ASU golfer. So what does all this mean for the future of Utah golf? Are we witnessing the rise of a new generation of local stars, or is this just a flash in the pan? Should we be more impressed by Papineau's breakout round, or Ponich's consistent excellence on familiar ground? Weigh in below. Do you think Utah golfers have what it takes to dominate on the Korn Ferry Tour? Or is this just the beginning of a longer journey? And don't forget to check out our special collector's issue, 1984, the year BYU was second to none. A deep dive into BYU football's unforgettable national championship season. Cougar alumni shine at Korn Ferry Utah Championship. In a stunning display of skill and determination, 3 former Cougars have defied the odds to advance to the third round of the prestigious Korn Ferry Utah Championship. Daniel Summerhays, Cole Ponich, and Peter Quest, all alumni of Brigham Young University, have proven their mettle on the greens, securing their spots in the weekend's action at the Ogden Golf Country Club. Summerhays, the 2020 Utah Championship's second-place finisher, has been nothing short of spectacular. His first round, a 1 under 69, was followed by a scintillating bogey-free 7 under 63 in the second round. The former first-team All-American's performance, which included 4 birdies on Thursday and 7 on Friday, catapulted him up the leaderboard by 41 spots, tying him for 8th place and ensuring his place in the cut. Ponich, a recent graduate, has also made waves in his third appearance at this Korn Ferry event. His 4 under 66 on Thursday and 3 under 67 on Friday have placed him in a tie for 12th, marking his first successful cut in this tournament. Quest, on the other hand, has been skating on the edge of the cut line, managing to secure his spot by a single stroke. The 2020 graduates even par 70 on day 1 and 3 under 67 on day 2 have earned him another 36 holes to play, currently tied for 62nd. Unfortunately, incoming freshman Kihei Akina was not as fortunate, missing the cut with a 1 over 71 on Thursday and a 2 under 68 on Friday. The 3 former Cougars will return to the Ogden Golf Country Club on Saturday morning for the third round, with live coverage on the Golf Channel. Fans can also follow the action on the Korn Ferry Tour website for live scoring updates. But here's where it gets controversial. Some argue that the pressure of such high-stakes tournaments can be too much for even the most seasoned players. What do you think? Is the pressure an integral part of the game, or does it detract from the true spirit of competition? Share your thoughts in the comments below.